Okay guys, so we're gonna record a video and I'm gonna record in 1080p and I'm recording with my back camera, so I won't know that I'm visible until the end of the video, until I finish the video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ayanda. For those who don't know, for those who know, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is quite late. The time is currently, oh my gosh, it's 10 o'clock. I should be sleeping, but tomorrow I have a big day ahead of me. Yeah, I am currently on holiday and I decided to share my first year experience in college, and I feel like I want to do this every single year of my experience. Whenever I do decide to go on, if I continue college or go to university, I want to do this every single year and share my experience and my thoughts and my own opinions. And as I'm saying this, I want to release a disclaimer or say a disclaimer. Things that I'm about to say in this video should not be considered as career advice. I am not a career advisor, so you shouldn't consider my opinions and decisions and what I say as career advice. Number two, what I'm about to say is mostly my opinion. It's not in any ill intent to say something wrong about any institution that I'm going to speak about in this matter. Number three, I would also like to say that whatever I'm about to say doesn't come from any administration office or any school which said I must say something or talk bad about another school, whatever. No, it's all my own opinion and my own decisions and my own choice to make this video and to share my experience in this video. I had to say that because some bitches will be like, oh, you're getting paid to say all these things, and I'm still a small content creator, so I highly doubt that would happen. But yeah. So in today's video, as I've said, we are going to be talking about my experience in college and how everything went through, how I made the decision to go to college, what were the administration process like, how did I apply, why did I pick NewBridge Graduate Institution, every single thing, all the nitty and grits. We're going to get into it in this video. I know you're a bit shaking due to that I am shaking the bed. Yeah, because I'm a bitch dick. Anyways, okay, let me be serious. It is kind of hard. I want to put on the fan, but at the same time I'm recording this video and the fan is really loud, so you're gonna have to bear with me while I look sweaty as fuck. So I basically finished matric in 2023, and I was basically during my matric year I was uncertain what I'm gonna do. I know I had law in mind and I always wanted to do law. Due to that, me and my friend always thought about opening law firms, and I always thought I was gonna be in the business side. I always knew that I belong in the business faculty or in the business industry, but I never knew what exactly do I need to do in order to be in that business space. So I was hopping in different careers. I know let me just tell you my careers from the beginning of high school. I entered high school believing I wanted to be an architect, and I stayed with that until I got to grade 10, where I decided to become a dentist, and that fell through when I did physics and I couldn't pull my socks up and I couldn't basically make it to the level that is needed for me to qualify to do that, and I was a bit stubborn, so I was 2 grades behind. I failed grade 9 and I also failed grade 11. Due to that, I didn't want to change my subjects and I was so fussy about it. But yeah, it's just a long story. I didn't really want to make the switch from physics to maths due to that reason. I didn't want to give up on the dream of being a dentist, but I had to give up on it. And then in grade 11 I had to figure out a new career. What am I going to do with all these business degrees or with all these business subjects like business, geography and life science? That's what I did. So I had to make a decision. What am I going to do? What am I going to pursue with this? So I ended up deciding on law, and yeah, corporate law basically, because I asked my teacher, I was like, oh, I always wanted to do law, and me and my friend wanted to do law. Is there a lawyer that deals with business things only? And she said corporate lawyer, and I was like, that's what we're going to be. So in 2023 I applied to UJ to do law. Since I didn't know at that time that there's certain courses at DUT that are called business law. You have business law, but I never knew at that time period, and the only way I found research was online, and what people were telling me, and people were saying I must just go straight into law and then I will specialize after law or find a major after law. So with that being said, I ended up making the decision to apply to UJ, and yeah, so in 2023 I applied to UJ and I applied to NewBridge Graduate Institution. So I didn't apply anywhere else. I made the decision for myself that year that I wasn't going to apply anywhere else. I wasn't going to apply at all. I just wanted to see my results. I am really that type of person who needs to see what I'm working with before I start putting my hopes and dreams into it, and basically putting my heart onto it, and like getting my hopes high for something that I may not qualify for. So I made the decision to first find out if I qualify for these things that I want to do before applying for them. So I didn't apply in 2023. I waited until January 2024, or this year basically, to apply. So sharp, we don't apply for the whole year, but we did apply to UJ, and we also applied to NewBridge Graduate Institution. So the NewBridge thing came about. They came to our school, they presented themselves out, and I actually liked what they were selling or what they were giving. So I was like, okay, let me see, let me write my name up. So I write my name out for an open day just to see what the vibe is. What is it giving? Is it a nice campus? Is it a campus that has life in it, or is it a dead campus? Is it like overcrowded? Is it like, how is the environment there, and what are their priorities and everything? So sharp, we go into the open day, and in the open day I remember I went in with an open mind. I only went alone, I didn't go with my parents, and everyone was going with their parents, because most of them would apply that day for school. So fine, I go alone, which I was supposed to be with my mother. I go alone, and I meet this wonderful student advisor, and she advises me. At that time period, I said I wanted to do law, but then when she asked me, I told her bluntly that I really don't know what to do. And she was like, where do I want to be? And I was like, I want to be in the business space. And then she told me my options, which were the marketing degree, bachelor's in marketing, in commerce in marketing, or it's either I'm doing a bachelor in accounting, or I'm doing an HC in business administration. I think there was also an HC in HR. So those were kind of like my limited options. And I was like, you know what, let's just apply for marketing. So my first choice was marketing, diploma in marketing, bachelor in marketing. And then my second choice was a higher certificate in business administration. So yeah, so their main priorities and how they work when it came to registering the registering for the course is you apply, pay an application fee, and then after paying a certain application fee, I don't know what the prices. The prices at the current time, I'm not gonna say the prices. You can just go and find out the information on your own at NewBridge Graduate Institution whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna put the link below if you wanna apply to NewBridge. They actually have a wide range of campuses all over the country. So yeah, so I ended up paying an application fee, and after paying my application fee, I applied. Basically, I applied, I put everything there and applied. So how I think they work is that they use first come first serve order of business, where whoever applies first gets their position, and if the positions are full, they're full. There's no way you're gonna add on to that, compared to university, which I think they use an A to Z system, where they arrange everyone from the highest marks until the lowest, and basically go in that order until the spots are full that they have for that certain course. Sharp. Fine. That's how I basically applied to NewBridge. I applied to NewBridge, bring all my documents that I needed for application for an institution, my results for term 3. Sharp. Cool. So then the next year we go into January and we get our results, and I really knew that I was gonna pass matric, but the nerves were hitting at the same time that I may not, and if I don't, like, I have all this online thing, and I deleted my channel. You all know the story. Sharp. Past that, we move on to like getting my results. The day we got my results, I remember waking up the first day and looking at the the notifications, and the first notification I got was from UJ, and it was letter of declination. Is it declination or decline? Whatever. Not declination, it's decline. Letter of decline, letter of decline, 2 letters of decline. I'm like, okay, did I not make it? I'm like, don't skip into thingies, to assumptions, because I did sleep early. I slept at 6 o'clock and the results came out at 9 o'clock, and I was like, I'm waiting for the next day. I wake up, I open WhatsApp. I first look at my notification, I'm like, okay, decline letters, WhatsApp. I see all my friends posting they passed. Okay, sharp. Then I see my friend Spear. She sent me a whole video of like the whole paper, and I had to look for my number. So I look for my number and I find it, and I'm like, okay, she passed. So I was so happy about that. I was like, okay, you know what? I made it. I finally made it. Like, okay, what is the next step? Because my mother wasn't into that whole gap year thing. She didn't want me to take gap year. My main plan was to take gap year and apply the following year. So we had to change cameras and use the back camera. So my main plan was to take a gap year, and my mother didn't allow it. So we ended up deciding what we're going to do. Since I didn't apply anywhere else and my mother doesn't want me to take a gap year, we ended up going with NewBridge. But NewBridge was offering me become in marketing, and I just couldn't take it. I didn't really know the school that well. I didn't know if it was an environment where I would want to spend 3 whole years in it. And I was still trying to figure out, because at the end of the day, if I'm gonna be paying school fees, which is hefty, I need to be in an environment where I feel comfortable and I feel valued, I feel like, okay, Abolana, I'm happy. This is my place. These are my people. And I think it's so much. I am asking for too much if you really think about it, but at the same time, I'm asking for enough, which I feel like it's worth it. You gotta be in a school, in an institution where you personally feel comfortable and you feel like you are valued. If you're not in an institution like that doesn't show you that, then you're in the wrong place. So guys, I decided to switch off the fan, so you're gonna have to bear with me. It was making a lot of noise, and like I tried on it and switched it off due to noise. So yeah, so a second reason why I did decided to go with the HC was due to that it dabbles into the different business industries, such as your business management. It dives into your marketing, it dives into your HR, it dives into your economics, dives into your accounting and communication. So I have everything in my modules. Basically, I have every single thing that dabbles into every single different career besides logistics, which I really wanted logistics to be there. Due to that, I would have like gotten a taste of what logistics has to offer, so that I may decide later on to do it or not, but it's fine. So fine, decide to do that. And another thing, like I think when I told people that I'm gonna do an HC in business administration, and when I say business administration, everyone just thinks of a clerk, and there's a difference between an administrator and a clerk. There's a big difference. You gotta know that. Sharp. So another thing that I wanna address fast, people have this mentality that if you don't go into uni, you don't qualify for something, or you didn't make it, or like whatever the situation is, and university students are there and college students are there. The thing is, with university students, I think there's a lot of people in universities due to the funding situation of university with NSFAS and stuff, and colleges, it's an independent and private sector where you need to pay for it. Like, you need to pay monthly for it. You have no choice in order to continue your education. Bursaries are limited the side compared to the side where NSFAS provides for majority of half the students in South Africa who make it in matric. So yeah, so I wanna say like at least like 80% of university students are like NSFAS students or bursary students, if I'm not mistaken. So in institutions such as your private institutions, you can't really like say university students are higher than that. It's just that they offer more, like they have more access. It's easy to access. It's easy to study there compared to college where you need to pay your own fees. So sharp, because at the end of the day, you'll both get the same level of qualification, such as an NQF level 7 and an NQF level 7 university. They both are registered under the same company. I want to say institution. Is it like the SAQA, if I'm not mistaken? So yeah, so they're all registered in the same company. So it all, at the end of the day, it does provide the same education. Whatever job that you can do that you got from university or university degree, and I got from my private institution, you can get it. We both can apply for the same job, and I could also make it, and you could also make it. The only different way it plays a role is for like your engineering, where like your university could be more theory, like it could be theory based, and college could be like practicals. That's the only time where like that way that plays a part. So are you gonna know more of your theory or practicals? That's where I think it makes a difference when it comes to picking college or university. But when it comes to the business sector, I think everything is the same. And when it comes to faculties such as your humanity and business, I believe like everything is the same compared to like your engineering sector where it's different theory between practicality. I hope I got that off your mind, so that you know that university and college are basically the same thing. It's all about, college is a bit risky due to that you may find an institution that's bad, such as like an institution that's not registered. Like I know there's one in town, which I saw. It was University of Gauteng. Well, not university. It was Gauteng College, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was Gauteng College in South Beach, and I was like, and people are registered in the school. I always ask myself, what's see, I don't know if it's registered or not. I highly doubt though it is. Like, why would you have Gauteng College in Durban, in KwaZulu Natal? That doesn't make sense. So I don't think it is registered though. So yeah, so actually I had a list that like thinking. I did my research before I got in. Like I did do a bit of research before like basically starting my first day. I think it was during the orientation week where we went to school and they gave us a presentation of the school, and we got everything such as the name of the school, because the previous name and the new name. I already knew it was NewBridge, but like, I don't know, I waited until afterwards. So I went into the government page. I forgot what page it was, and you download the document. It's like an Excel document with a list of institutions, when they were registered and when do their license expire. Yes, institution license do expire, so they have a certain time period to offer their courses until they rechecked again and see if they meet the requirements. They still meet the requirements, whatever. Found that my school was there, so I was like, okay, sharp, icon, sharp, cool, fine. So we go into orientation week, everything is fine, it's vibes, it's cool. But the thing is, that's cool. There was a lot of people. I don't wanna lie, I wasn't vlogging at that time because I wasn't a vlogger, or I wasn't into YouTube. I was currently focusing on my life. But it was packed, and like everyone was there, and it was such a nice experience. At the same time, it was a bit confusing. They were unorganized a bit. I think they weren't prepared for the amount of students that they were gonna have, and I think they did overshoot themselves in the foot when it came to taking in students. But I understand why they did though, because after like, I think it was like after the first semester, like I think like they lost like 30% of like students due to dropouts. Like people were dropping out. Okay, sharp. Okay, go back to that. And as I've said, this is more of like a guess. The 30% is a guess. I think like, yeah, I think it was 30% because the campus became like not quiet. It more of like lost a bit of weight, and it wasn't as hefty as the first semester, basically. Sharp. And that was the Musgrave campus. Our campus was still flourishing. It was still flourishing. But anyways, sharp. We ended up deciding on that orientation week that they were basically saying, whoever wants to go to highway campus, a shuttle will be provided. You can switch campuses, and I ended up deciding to switch my campus. And I was like, let's try it. Let's switch campuses and go to a new campus. And I love that I did that because I feel like in highway we are family. Like the way they treat us and the way the staff is and the way we are, basically it's an exchange of energy. Everybody's always happy, everybody's always energetic. Like a family, we have issues such as communication and certain issues, but also at the same time these issues don't affect the way we move as a family. So yeah, and that is the beauty of like going into an institution that doesn't have many people as yet. So we got to know all the workers got to know all of us. I feel like I'm saying it wrong. Workers, employees, yeah, employees. I'm a business student. I need to say proper words. Employees got to know us. Sharp. So that was basically the vibe of how everything was going. So we switched campuses. I go into my new campus, meet my lecturers in my new campus, and it was actually okay. I don't wanna lie and say like everything was perfect. We had our hiccups with our lecturers. We had two lecturers that did resign and leave school, and we had to replace them. One, I know it was retirements. The second one was due to that she found a better offer at a job, and she was an HR lover. Like she loved HR. The way she taught HR, you could tell that she has a passion for it, and her leaving was solely based on that, I think. And that's what I know. That's what I think. It was actually a nice lecture, and I really enjoyed her lectures. And similar with my accounting lecture actually made me fall in love with accounting. Then after my first week of like enjoying my campus, I met some of my friends. We became a group. We had fun. I think like we had one thing that they have in campus is every Friday and once a month, every single month on a Friday, on a certain Friday, we have like a fun Friday where we do certain things. I haven't been to the ones that were out of school due to that. I think the thing is that my friends wouldn't go, so I wouldn't go, so we all wouldn't go. So it was more of like that. But I'm grateful that the school did provide us with like those kind of treatments. I feel like in it, the vibe that we got was never like a vibe of Uzi, like, oh, this is this campus and this is this campus. Everyone blended in, and I think that what would happen in school, where like you'd find gangs, and then when it comes to blending in, nobody blends in. But over there, like Highway and Musgrave campus, when it came to like hangouts, there was no difference. Everyone was the same. I didn't go to the last hangouts due to that. Oh my god, a mosquito. Due to that, I don't know, guys. I was going through a lot, guys. I'm a trick. We have a fun Friday every Friday, once a month. So yeah, so that was the vibe that we got there. The experience was nice. We had our hiccups such as communication. It does sometimes feel that the school is a bit disorganized when it comes to management, which I understand. It's a small team. It looks like a small team. Like when you look at the office, at the administration office, it looks like a small team. I don't know, like there's a financial sector of the school which is different, where like I feel like there's a lot of people that are working there. But when it came to like that area, I feel like there were certain things such as like the library closing down towards the end of the semester, where we had to go and borrow books like to the from the clerk. It was like a whole process like that wasn't a hefty like problem. It wasn't really a problem because you still could borrow the books, but it just created a whole environment of, oh god, this is what we have to do. Similar with, I think, with the first week, where I think the first 3 months where we didn't have a cafeteria, where you had to order in the morning, which I did decide to do my own lunch because I was like, God, I don't have time for that, and the prices were crazy. But when we got our cafeteria, everything was fine again. Similar with the gym, when we got our gym, everything was fine. I think it is more of like a waiting process, which is understandable for a school that's under construction at that time period, where they are doing everything and trying to build everything. The only another problem that we faced was like the electricity problem, where electricity would go and come back due to load shedding, and also due to construction, where we would have sometimes we don't have electricity, noises like people drilling. That was the main problem due to the construction. So we would have those kind of problems when it came to our lectures, and it became icky when it came to that, like, because sometimes we wouldn't be able to study properly due to the noise. But I was like, as in, it's fine. I understood what I was putting myself through when I decided to pick a school under construction, because I could have stayed in Musgrave. Sharp. What's another issue that we have faced before? I think that's the only I'm trying to think of problems, and really we didn't have that much besides me like having certain feelings, like icky feelings, or not icky, like more of like lecture problems, where like I didn't like my lectures that much. Certain lectures I didn't like feel like the energy, and I felt like they didn't want to be there. They just were there, out of like, I'm just getting my coin and leaving, which is understandable. A problem that I did face in college was that I didn't really grab I still haven't the concept of like, oh, you study on your own, and the lecture is only briefing you on the intro of the topic, and you have to go home and study. I really didn't get that concept, and it was really hard to get it. And I don't think I created an environment where I could learn at home at the same time, because I'll come back and watch my series, watch YouTube, come back and do chores and sleep, basically. I never created an environment where I could learn every single day and learn something. I never created a system where I could learn. I thought like my whole like file, I had a big file. I thought that was helping, but I think that hindered me when it came to learning every single day, because the lecture would introduce the topic and I had to go in depth in with the topic. So next year I'm definitely getting a book. I'm getting like A4 books, like choir books for choir. That's another thing. Yeah, I'm gonna do that next year, because this thing of like the files weren't doing it for me. It's what I didn't grab concept of. And another thing that I didn't understand when it came to this thing was the assignment thingy. The online assignments, the online lectures were now njalo beyinkinga nje ama-online lectures, because sometimes you'd have lectures where like there's online, but people like the lecture won't be online, and sometimes you get a situation where like you don't feel like you want to do online. Like me, like most of my online lectures I did attend, but sometimes I just don't want to be online. Like I don't want to go on an online lecture, because I feel like it's less effective. It was less effective, I don't want to lie. I think second semester when they did an every day, also that was another thing that was like draining, but at the same time it was way better than doing online. It made it easier for us to learn. Another thing, I didn't like the M sessions. These M sessions that they were creating, didn't really like them. Nobody wanted to stay. Once the clock says lectures are done, everyone wants to leave. And me, I just want to go and sit at the cafeteria and stop thinking about school. And they had like an M session where a certain lecturer would come and reintroduce the topic, or they would have like sessions where they will talk about how to grow as an individual, as a professional person, what to do in situation like this, plagiarism, how to do plagiarism, APS scoring, yonke le nto leyo, which I personally think we needed, but at the same time, I don't think we really had to take a day off. I think that's something that they could have emailed to us a video, a link, and said, watch this. And then that's it. I don't think it was a situation where you had to do like a whole lecture session. I think it could have been avoided with just an email attached to a video. That's it. So yeah, um, I'm really trying to find faults, and there was really nothing going on at that time period. I don't think we had problems that much with the school. Everything was smooth sailing. Yeah, yeah, I think that's it. Like, that's it. That's just my college experience. Nothing much happened this year. I don't think many things happened. Was it easier than matric? No. I thought it was at first, but I realized that every single 6 months I have to put in the same energy that I put in matric every 6 months. Every single semester I have to put in the same energy because it's do or break. It's do you pass this or you don't pass this, and you lose a year and you have to redo these modules if you don't qualify for a sub. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. I would love to do a Q&A answering questions that are related to college and university. If you want to, you can just comment down below and we could do that. We can do this. The next upcoming videos will be sit down based and not vlogs. I think I'm gonna do like a whole series of like how to start a YouTube channel, the basic foundations of starting a YouTube channel, like what to do and whatever. I know there's already big content creators doing this, but I think for like a vlogmas edition, I think that would be nice to do, like especially from a vlogger point of specs, because I know everyone that does these videos is mostly like a how-to channel, and they never like a vlog channel like me, where I share my experience on how to grow a vlog channel. And as I have grown a channel close to 1k subscribers, and learned and picked up do's and do nots, and what worked and what didn't work. So yeah, and as I'm growing this channel, I'm figuring out, okay, what hits and what doesn't. I also want to do like a monthly analytic review thingy, but we're going to do one at the end of the year, in the middle of the year, and see how uploading like a couple of videos harmed my channel when it came to growing compared to helping it grow.